Hey, what's up you guys? We're back in the studio and today we're discussing the Nikon D3200 and whether or not it's worth buying it in 2022. Now we're going to use the magical whiteboard behind me and we're going to talk a little bit of some of the facts about the Nikon D3200, just like we previously did in the Nikon D5100 video and the Nikon D70 video. The Nikon D3200 is a consumer grade crop sensor camera that's 24.1 megapixels. Now, the Nikon D3200 was released in April of 2012, making it 1 year newer than the Nikon D5100. And it also has 8 megapixels more than the Nikon D5100 has. Now, the price of this camera, as of filming this, I checked on eBay for sold items, just like I had with the D5100 and the D70. And these are selling in a range of $42 for a body only. Again, these numbers are the extremes, all the way up to $619. This one came with 3 lenses, a bunch of batteries, and a bag. The $42 one was kind of in rough shape, and it was just the body. The D3200, on average, sells for $175 to $250, about $300 sometimes if there's a lens, but $175 to $250 is about what the Nikon D3200 is selling for on eBay. Those are sold units. I checked the listings to see how much they were going for. That is relatively low shutter counts. Now, that's one of the benefits of the Nikon D3200, is because the Nikon D3200 is a consumer grade camera. Most people bought it for one vacation, or they bought it for their student or their kid, so that they can get into photography like they wanted to and then never really used it after that, or their kid got bored, or the vacation was over, or they upgraded to the 3300 when it came out the year after. These consumer cameras, they are upgraded almost every single year. Not always, sometimes they'll last a couple years. There are a lot of photographers who care a lot about their gear, and that's why they want to jump on the next year's camera. Now, the disadvantage of this camera compared to the Nikon D5100, it does not have the flip out screen like the Nikon D5100 does, but it will do video. I believe it is 1080p at 30 frames per second. Now, one of the benefits of this camera is it is a standardized battery that Nikon uses. This is the exact same battery that we use in the Nikon D5100. So basically, this battery will work for all of the Nikon D5000 series cameras, as well as all of the Nikon D3000 series batteries. It is a standard battery used in all of those. Now, it does use a standard SD card. I have used up to a 64 gigabyte SD card in this camera with no issues. Again, it's a standard SD card that goes right in the slot. It is a single slot camera because it is consumer grade, so you can only have one card in it at a time. Now, the controls for this camera are relatively simple. Just like the Nikon D5100 and 5300, your shutter speed is here. You click and hold the button, that'll change your f-stop. You can put it in manual mode, all the different modes, and it does take video. It's relatively light. It's about as light as the D5100 is. It might be slightly lighter because it does not have that flip out screen. Now, I went out and took photos with 5 Nikons at the same time in order to do these little reviews with them. And if you saw the video from earlier this week, if not, I'll link it right up there. It's a behind the scenes with all 5 of the cameras that I took out. So that's what the photos I'm showing you are from now. They were all taken with the Nikon D3200. Now, at a price point of $175 to $250, again, that is about the average price point for these cameras in 2012. Is it worth that much more money compared to a D5100, which sells for about $100 to $200? Are those 8 extra megapixels worth it in 2022? Now, if you already own this camera or you own the D3100, you're in good shape. They are really good cameras. If you haven't pushed the camera to its limits, I would not look at upgrading. But if you are looking for an upgrade or you're looking to get into a consumer camera and your budget is slightly tight, I would not buy the Nikon D3200 in 2022. Now, the reason for that is for a lower price, you can purchase the Nikon D5100 and it has a lot more features and a lot more capabilities than the Nikon D3200 does. Now, if you already own this camera, again, you are in good shape. It takes really good sharp photos. The color is really amazing, and the photos looked really good. The autofocus is slightly slower than the D5100. This one does not have an autofocus motor built in, so you have to make sure that you get lenses that have autofocus, just like the D5100 does. But overall, the D3200, if you have one and you like it and you haven't pushed it to its limits, I would definitely stick with the camera. I'd go out and enjoy it, go out and practice with it, get really good with it, and then look at upgrading. If you don't currently have a DSLR and you're looking to get into one, or you're looking to get your student one or one of your kids one because they're getting into photography, again, the Nikon D70 and the Nikon D5100, specifically the D5100, if you're the one looking to get into photography, would be your best bet in 2022 just because of the price. That's a huge price difference compared to the Nikon D5100 when you're only getting 8 megapixels more, but you're losing the flip screen in the back, better video quality, and overall I think the images and color of the D5100 is better. Again, this is not a bad camera. If you have one, you don't need to get rid of it. You can still take amazing photos with it, but if you're looking at getting into photography, I'd recommend a 5100 based on the price point in 2022. So I want to thank you all for joining me today for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you know right when I upload. I upload a long video about once a week, sometimes twice, and I upload a new short every single day. And at 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a Nikon D5100 with the Yongnuo 50mm f1.8, which is what all the photos were taken with in this video. The lens is what all the photos were taken with. The photos in the video are actually captured on the D3200 using the Yongnuo 50mm f1.8. So thank you guys again, and I'll catch you all on the flip side. Bye!